Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another new video. Um, Before I even begin my video, let me please start off by saying thank you so much. I really appreciate it for you helping me get to passing over 100 subscribers. That's a huge deal for me. It's huge. Listen, I'm just a guy, you know, that's on his spiritual journey, and I'm sharing it all the way with you, all the way through. Nothing scripted. I've never been through this before, and I'm sharing my personal details, my personal life, my knowledge, and etc. So I just want to start off by saying thank you so very much. And if this is your first time checking me out, let me introduce myself. My name is Roberto. I'm a Christian without no religion, but at one time I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. So I'm still on my spiritual journey. I'm still on that path. I still have my faith. I still love God, and I still consider everyone out there to be my brothers and sisters. And I'm a husband. I have the blessings to be a husband for almost 15 years. I'm a family man, and I have two beautiful kids. And if this is something that you share, if you're on a journey or beginning a journey, then this is the channel for you. Okay. Um, Please, I ask that if you are new checking me out, please take time to look at my beginnings, surf through my channel, check out my newer videos or the videos in the beginning. Um, Also, I want to say, listen, I really apologize that I'm doing my best. I have so much going on with the wife, the kids, the family, and other projects that I work on behind the scenes. I'm really trying. To do my best to be more consistent. But until then, I'm gonna do my best to stay consistent. I'm really trying to stay at one new video per week, and I can't guarantee that at the moment, but I'm working on it. So that's why it's so important to me to really express my gratitude and my thanks to you guys, because that means that somebody's listening to me. But not only are you listening to me, but you have some similar situations, you know, or you may be in a similar experience. You might be in the same thing that I am, and you might be experiencing the same thing. You might have just left your religion, okay, and you may not know what to do, and you might feel stuck. And I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to let you know you're not by yourself, okay? For one, I've been there. I left my religion about 6 years ago, and I'm still here. I'm still holding faith. I'm still on my spiritual journey, and I highly suggest for you to stay where you at. We cannot give up on God. God never gives up on us, despite how unfortunately people kind of give us letdowns through life, but it's all good. Anyway, this is the moment where I tell you that before I go further in is to speak about this 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 topic or the subject that I'm gonna talk about. As you can see above me, what it says, excuse me, the secret that Christian churches are keeping from you. Now, this is going to be a very very interesting video. It's going to be also very interesting conversation that we're going to have. So if you don't really have time, because I'm probably going to be talking for the next 10-15 minutes or so, please save the video at this point when you do have time and check me out later. But I really suggest for you to check this whole video out because it really may bring real enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment to you. So with that done and said, if you do have time, please get comfortable. All right. Take your favorite seat, grab a cup of tea, okay, or coffee in this instance, because I got mine. Because this is gonna be a very, very good discussion. Now, we're familiar with churches, Christian churches. It's nothing new. It's nothing special. And it's been said quite a few times, and various times throughout, that churches, okay, tend to hold secrets, meaning that they tend to not express the complete truths about certain things to their followers, their Christian members, however you want to word it. Churchgoers sometimes stumble across what I'm about to reveal, but could it be that they're not totally sure because they're not totally spiritually conscious? Now, let me share this with you. You gotta ask yourself these questions. Why is it, okay, that churches or religion, they are so stuck to getting you to join their church, right? They all have different methods, strategies, and forms to reel you in or entice you, or however you want to word it or however you want to put it, right? And they do all they can to keep you at their specific church, right? Or religion, right? You gotta ask yourself, why is that? Now, let me explain something to you. I'm gonna reveal what I'm gonna reveal, but let me tell you something. I've been stumbling, on this very question that I'm asking right now for so long. So long I asked myself, why is it they are so, for lack of better words, or they're persistent, or they're eager, that once you get through their doors, for you to stay there for forever, pretty much. You know, they 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 want you to stay there. They don't. In other words, they don't want you. What I mean forever is they don't want you to find no reason to go out of their specific church or religion or what have you. You gotta ask yourself, why is this? Why? Now, before I go to reveal my strong reason why, please, at this point in time, why don't you give me your reason why? Or give me your answer to why is it? Why is it? Okay? If you have any experiences, real life experiences, or just you want to share your reason, your personal expression or reason why churches, Christian churches, do all they can to make you feel comfortable once you walk through their doors so you don't have to even have a feeling or a thought to even leave. I'm going to tell you, this is what I've come up with. And I'm going to stay on this. Now, of course, you could disagree or have your own opinion or put your own, you can chime in however you want to word it. Think about it. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's say, for example, you look back and you rewind the hands of time. Think about it real good, long and hard. Think about it. Let's just say you back at square one. Okay, let's reset. You don't know nothing about God. You never heard of Jesus. You never heard of a church. You never heard of religion. Okay, you don't know nothing. Okay, but this is a time where you become curious, become interested, and initially you're open-minded, right? And so in the beginning, you don't know that you're going to be a Christian. You don't know if you're going to join a religion or be a part of either or, right? And that beginning stage of what I would like to call of your Christian spiritual journey is the stage that I like to call the stage of exploring God. Think about this. Okay? Again, to highlight, this is the stage where you are exploring God. You're exploring your faith, correct? Right? You're exploring answers about God in order to understand what faith has to do with God. So, in a sense, you're a baby. You don't know nothing, right? Stick with me. So, you go to a church that you feel comfortable with, you speak to the pastor, you speak to some Christian members, however, you start, you get a Bible, you get into the Bible, you start going to mass or meetings or whatever you want to call it, you fellowship night, whatever you want to call it. But the thing is, you start attending church, right? In the beginning stage of your Christian spiritual journey, it's nothing more about exploring. You're exploring God. You're exploring your faith, and you're exploring to get all the answers about God and about him and about the Bible, right? Okay. Think about this. Now, everything is good now. Because now in time, you get some understanding. You learn some basic knowledge about God and about, I don't know, who Jesus. You start to learn the Bible. You start to learn how to, learn your way, so to speak, right? But this is the thing, and this is the problem. And I want you to hear this, please, very clearly, with an open mind, an open heart. Hear this. The problem that happens is that we get comfortable in that church. You see, we're comfortable after a month, a year, 2, 3, 5 years. We're comfortable. We know everybody there. We're comfortable, right? And so what happens is, and the problem is that once you become comfortable, in anything in life, not just this, you almost fall into a place where you're relying on what you're comfortable with, right? And this is the thing that churches, Christian churches, is not going to tell you. Okay, and this is why I want to tell you, and I got to tell you, is that as soon as the moment that you think about taking your interest, curiosity, and as soon as you want to explore, okay, about God, about faith in God, and having answers, additional answers, and insights and knowledge about God at another church or other churches or another religion, that's when things change. Now, listen to me carefully. You gotta ask yourself, why does things change? Why? Ask yourself, why, as soon as you say, you know what, I wonder how another church, how their teachings about God and everything that has to do with faith in God and how their setup is. As soon as you express that or start feeling that, and as soon, that's when things go wrong. That's when things go wrong. You gotta ask yourself, why is that? Why? Then you gotta get deep and ask yourself, what is wrong with that? What am I doing wrong because I want to explore about God, okay? And more answers, different answers about God. What is wrong with that when it has to do with my faith in God? Who says that I cannot explore about God that has to do with my faith somewhere else? You see? Let it be another church or another religion. You see? Who says that I can't do that? You see? So you gotta ask yourself this. Have you stopped exploring God? Have you stopped exploring the very answers and the things that has given you faith initially in the beginning when you first started on your Christian spiritual journey? My point to you, my message to you before I conclude this video is this, my brothers and sisters. Okay? Is that never ever stop exploring God. Never. Whether it's from the beginning of your Christian spiritual journey, whether it's now, whether it's in the middle or in between, never ever stop exploring God. Never stop exploring your faith. Never stop exploring, because this is your spiritual journey. Don't let nothing or no one discourage you from the very thing that you set out to do in the beginning. Because if you think about it, when you first started, okay, You was only starting off out of curiosity. You wanted answers, okay? And you're at a different place now than you was then, okay? And this is so very, very important. You gotta ask yourself now, have I stopped exploring God just because of where I'm at now? Listen, be honest with yourself. If you don't feel like you're growing spiritually in the very knowledge of God, then why are you still where you at? Why? My strong message to you is this: never ever stop exploring God, never stop exploring your faith, because, like me, who had to learn this very key thing, trust me when I tell you, this is so important. And you know exactly what I mean if you're like me, who is an ex-Jehovah's Witness, a person who has left their religion, who don't want to have really no affiliation with religion, but is still on their spiritual journey, who still have not left God, who still believe in Him, who still love Him, who still love people, who still read their Bible, who still meditate, who still pray. If you're that person, you realize how important it is to never stop exploring God and your faith, because the real thing is, the real truth of the matter is that we never ever supposed to stop exploring God. Whether you have a religion or you're a part of religion or not, you never stop exploring the answers that God Himself gives you and provides for you. You don't rely on religion to give you the answers that God can give you Himself. You don't rely on religion to explore God. You rely on yourself to explore God. That is your God-given privilege. And it's also, if you see it fit to be, your responsibility. It's your responsibility, not a church's responsibility or religion. That is a responsibility or a choice that is up to you. And no one can tell you how to do that. And so it was important that I really tell you that I strongly feel this is the secret that Christian churches don't want to tell you. Listen, think about it. You think a church is gonna tell you, oh yeah, well listen, you know what? You could try that other church right across down the block or across the street from me, or I could refer you to another church. No, they're not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna tell you that. Or do you think a religion is gonna say, hey, if this religion don't work out for you, and listen, check out another religion. You gotta listen. One thing that I learned is that as soon as I learned that, how deep it is that we're made in God's image, it's true. Like, we already have some hidden answers that is kind of that we don't think so hard for. Okay? Not everything has to be told to us. Because understand that God is the one that gives us our free will. It is free will from God that is given to us. Now, people or religions or churches. So with that done and said, my friend, I thank you so much for sticking with me all the way through. And I hope that this makes sense to you. I really, really do. And I hope this gets somebody to really think, really, really think, okay, Maybe this is something that you've been missing. You know, with that done and said, I'm gonna let you go until my next video. Please take care of yourself. Take care of your take care of yourself, take care of your health, take care of your family, take care of your loved ones, and most importantly, take care of your spiritual health and guard your spirit, guard your heart. Till my next video. Peace.